you're feeling lonely today, come along and throw your cares away.
What an impressively good episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Genuinely about a 9 out of 10. I think it was a good show. Cena, Reigns, the promo that rocked wrestling for sure. But this is things you might have missed. And before we begin, make sure you guys have liked the video. It really does help these videos out, so please make sure you do that. And if you are new, hit the subscribe button and consider turning on post notifications. So, the promo that rocked wrestling. We all expected Cena and Reigns to be good. But my God, was it good. You know, when Roman Reigns was making his entrance, legit, they advertised pretty much the entire SmackDown show while doing that and went to commercial break. And in the time of that, Roman had got to the stairs. Literally. Oh my God, he took forever, didn't he? But the first big bomb from John Cena was, of course, talking about Roman's former Shield teammate.
You ran Dean Ambrose out of WWE. You've had...
I can't remember them ever referencing John Moxley, Dean Ambrose on WWE since he's left, so that was huge. And also, they actually did it twice. They literally had a vignette later on for Seth Rollins where they showed the Shield, including Dean Ambrose. Normally, they'd kind of crop him out of this kind of stuff. They didn't. But that wasn't the only reference John Cena made. Of course, there was a subtle reference to CM Punk. CM Punk, obviously, when he spoke about blowing the kiss, that's exactly what CM Punk did to Vince McMahon when he beat Cena for the WWE title. But Cena really bought it earlier on as well.
Roman, you're a D, a below average D, a D head, a D bag.
And even though Roman Reigns is a D, well, Roman Reigns had something else to say to John Cena, and it wasn't missionary.
20 plus years of missionary might have been good enough for you, but it wasn't good enough for Nikki Bella.
And then John Cena transformed himself into the 1, 2, 3 kid as he literally got the crowd chanting along by the end of the promo. 1, 2, 3. As Cena says, all he needed was the 1, 2, 3. And Cena made reference to it. If he beats Roman for the title, that would be his 17th World Championship, making him the most decorated champion ever. And I think people want to see it. I think I kind of want to see him become 17-time champ. But talking of champions, we crowned a brand new Intercontinental champion in Shinsuke Nakamura, now known as King Nakamura. Of course, Nakamura seemingly getting this big push by WWE. I liked it because we got this reaction from Pat McAfee, brilliant, but it was great to see the WWE Universe explode and be excited for Nakamura winning the title.
Watch me.
Hey Vince, we're not going away, and I'm going to say this every damn week until she's back on TV. Where the hell is Liv Morgan? Well, if you are deprived of Liv, she did do a podcast interview literally the other day here on YouTube with Xavier Woods and Omos. Of course, it's for Barstool Wrestling if you want to go and check that out. But I also got this the other day. Honestly, it's brilliant. Rob Scamberger, and of course, it's signed by Liv. Definitely wanted to include that just to show you guys. But also, if you didn't know, Homage.com, you can save 15% on your order if you use discount code CWrestling15 throughout August. There is a link provided in the description. They make great official WWE shirts. We got a rare look in the production truck this week, and while some people would have been distracted by the fact Seth Rollins was wearing my grandmother's curtains, he should have been wearing his brand new t-shirt from WWE Shop, the Rollins Forever. I love that, it's really cool. But there was this. Look next to the guy's head, okay? That logo, I've never seen that Summerslam logo, ever, and I love it. Like, where has that been, WWE? Use that, please, because it looks freaking amazing. And talking of graphics, I don't think I've seen this Seth Rollins logo that goes on fire during his entrance before. I really thought that was kind of cool. I love how it kind of dissolved as well as he got into the ring. Looked pretty decent. But here's a fun fact for you. Did you know Seth Rollins channeled Broken Matt Hardy tonight?
Yes!
That's not just me, is it? That is 100% Broken Matt Hardy. I thought that was brilliant, I really did. I want to give a shout out to my spirit animal in the crowd tonight because this guy wants to bring back the big gold belt and Bring back Attitude. Yes, please. WWE, listen to that guy. He talks a lot of sense with his signs. It was, though, a rough night again for Baron Corbin, as this was Baron Corbin's final plea to the WWE Universe, but most of them he owed money to, so that wasn't going to go down well, was it? I thought these signs were just... Honestly, tonight, the SmackDown crowd were absolutely brilliant. They really were. But Corbin basically stood in the ring. He demanded $1,000 from everyone in attendance because he needs $100,000 to stop himself going bankrupt. I mean, here's my grand, Baron. If I was there, dude, you could have it. I promise you. I've got it in cash. I mean, you're just not in the UK, so what can I say? But, of course, Baron Corbin did come up short in the match with Kevin Owens, meaning he couldn't ask for money anymore. Later on, he was backstage, and his fortune turned a little bit as he stole the Money in the Bank briefcase from Big E. Is this legal? I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea, but it was fun. So I think that every single heart watching SmackDown this week skipped a beat when they went to Sasha Banks backstage on SmackDown. Yowie wowie. Here's something I didn't know. Inside the Ropes posted this on Twitter during SmackDown. They did a You Can't See Me cam, and they did a Pat McAfee minute during SmackDown where he got the fans to boo Michael Cole, and they did a dance cam during the commercial break. So if you are going to a WWE show, you're guaranteed fun, in fairness. That's pretty cool. The story continued with Rey and Dominic this week. We spoke last week about the pressure being put on Dominic. Maybe this could be where he turns heel. And it looks likely. Once again, Rey was saying, you got to do this for me. You got to do it for our family. And you got to think, at SummerSlam, if Dominic is the one that takes the pinfall, Rey's going to be disappointed. Is that going to anger Dominic? I really think it might. I really think Prince Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, could turn on his father, maybe even take Rey's mask. But I just think it's such a cool story. It really is. But it's now time for your WWE Smackdown news. Of course, this isn't Smackdown news, to be fair. This is Raw news, but they announced it just before Smackdown on Twitter that Drew and Jinder will collide at SummerSlam. Importantly, they didn't say a match stipulation, so if they are planning a Punjabi prison, it's possible. WWE Supercard have the brand new SummerSlam cards out, including Sasha Banks and Seth Rollins. They look really cool. I really like these. When I see these, it makes me want to play Supercard again, so it definitely achieves its purpose. Of course, WWE released images earlier of Apollo Crews with his Intercontinental title. They seemingly do this now. The night champions lose the belt, so keep an eye out for that. We've seen the destructive machine that Otis has become recently. Well, he looks like he might snap even further after the Street Profits stole a victory on SmackDown, so look out for that too. We also had Bianca Belair practicing her signature with Big E. I thought that was hilarious. What a cool moment. Little 30-second thing, and it just looked cool. The visual was quite fun. I definitely wanted to talk about it. I thought that was the only time Big E was going to be on the show, but then after we came back is when Corbin stole his Money in the Bank briefcase. But of course, Bianca had the odds stacked against her. I'm surprised no one came down to save Bianca during this, in fairness. I really am. But of course, Zelina Vega and Carmella come out. The attack happened after they signed the contract. And it was a pretty brutal attack, in fairness. Sasha ended up putting Bianca Belair on top of the table, raising the SmackDown Women's Championship. Maybe a sign of what's to come at SummerSlam when the two clash for the title. But then literally locking in the bank statement with Bianca Belair's hair. Like, I love how they do things so uniquely with Bianca. It's really refreshing and cool to see. But genuinely, this image to end SmackDown was hilariously good. Because you look at Sasha just laughing while Bianca's in pain. Like, that tells you an entire story. I really want to know what you think. Is Sasha Banks going to be the person to dethrone Bianca Belair? I mean, you've got the draft coming up, so maybe WWE are considering moving her to Raw, possibly. Of course, I think this SmackDown was 100% dominated by Reigns and Cena. That 30-minute promo at the start of the show just stole the show. It was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant SmackDown. Honest rating is about a 9 out of 10 for sure. I loved it. I hope you did too. I am watching AEW Rampage right now live while making this video, so that's pretty hard to do, but it is still fun nonetheless. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like the video, share the video, and if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you as always next time. Peace!